Hi, it's Martin and welcome to another video on my Knit365 YouTube channel. Today's video is episode 2 of my vlogtober adventure madness, and today's is going to feature the MKAL cast on. That's right. It's currently Wednesday, the 5th of September. What am I on about? 5th of October. It's vlogtober. And this video is starting where the other one ended. So if you haven't watched the beginning of vlogtober, hop back and check out episode 1. So episode 2 is now Wednesday afternoon. I've just finished work and I'm about to wind some yarn and then get myself ready for, quite frankly, what is Knitter's Christmas. So we've got Knitter's Christmas Eve here because the Stephen West Mystery Knit Along starts tomorrow, Thursday the 6th of October. And I can't wait to see what we've got in store with twists and turns. It's going to be epic, I'm sure it is. So this video is going to cover me winding my yarn for the rest of Wednesday. And then Thursday and probably Friday. And then I might try and get this video up at some point on Friday afternoon or early Saturday morning. I'm then off to the Knitting and Stitches show in Alexandra Palace, Ali Pali, on Saturday. So that will probably be a separate video with a bit of behind the scenes about that. So yeah, I hope that you are going to enjoy this episode. I don't know how long it's going to be. We've got the live tomorrow, so I'll talk a bit about the build up to the live. Irina and I are going to have a quick chat later today in preparation for the Zoom cast on party. We're doing 2, one at 6 o'clock UK time and then one at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time for Boston, where Irina's based. So yeah, I've just finished work. It's just gone 5 o'clock. And this plant is stabbing me in the back. It's this weird autumn light. Whenever I stand in the flat, I've got shadow and there's not great light. So there's my recording bit, as you can see. If you need the bearings where I am in the flat. But I've got the plant sticking in my back, stabbing. So I'm going to go and grab my yarn and then start to think about winding it. I need to think about some kind of reel maybe for the Instagram as I'm, you know, click your fingers and your yarn miraculously winds up. I don't know. I'll have a think about something like that. Mark's watching some telly. So yeah, let's go and wind some yarn. I'll be back to chat to you about other things coming up in this episode, I'm sure. Quick behind the scenes. There's Irina. We are collaborating for tomorrow's Zoom. It's very exciting.
Of course.
Yeah.
Full collaboration.
We're going to do polls and get people to join in and be interactive. So if you're joining the Zoom, just know that on Wednesday night, me and Irina did a little tester. And we dialed into the Zoom and there was someone there waiting already. Testing the kit. That was bonkers. Right, I'm going now. Go do some work. Good morning, good morning. It is Thursday. Woohoo! Happy Christmas, Knitters Day. I think this is becoming a thing now. It is 10 to 9. I think you just saw a little bit of footage of me winding some wool. And then I thought at the time, oh, my reel, I need to do something for Instagram. And then I think I focused more on Instagram than I did on you folks. Sorry. So there's not a lot of footage of me winding wool, because there was lots of footage of me winding wool and, well, not a lot of me winding the wool actually, but there was a lot of me faffing and making a reel. So if you follow me on Instagram, hop on over to there and see what I did instead of filming for you. But I'm behind now. It's 10 to 9. I've just had a pop-up on my phone to say that the clue has arrived on the YouTube. I've just had a notification from Ravelry that the clue has arrived. And I'm like, but I'm not ready. I've literally just woken up. I have a day off. And I said in the last video that I'm an early bird. But for some reason today, of course, I'm not an early bird. So I'm going to finish my coffee. It's only 10 to 9, so there's still plenty of time to get going. So I'm going to sit down on the floor in a moment and just quickly show you my wool. Because I haven't really shown it off in any detail. So we'll have a quick look at the wool. And then I'm going to make another cup of tea and I'm going to sit down and I will watch the video on Stephen's YouTube before I look at the pattern. I did get my needles out last night. So the pattern recommends 100mm cable and 3.5mm tips. I'm not swatching, it's a shawl. It doesn't matter if it's neither too loose nor too big. And in the last 3 MKALs that I've done of Stephen's, I've always had loads of wool left. So I'm not swatching. No, it'll be fine. So yeah, let us go. I'm going to go sit on the floor. And then, will I sit on the floor? No, I'm going to sit on the sofa because I'm old and Grandpa's got an old back. I'm going to sit on the sofa and then talk to him about my wool. Okay, we're not on the floor, but we're also not on the sofa because the sun from the windows was blowing out the colours and we couldn't see what the colours were. So I put these all in my Westnitz bag that arrived with the kit. So I don't think I've shown this off, but just quickly run through. You get so when you buy the kit from Stephen and Penelope, you get a heavy cotton bag. You're a knitter, baby, which is great. And this got 4 wound caked skeins of yarn. It was quite a good size. And then you also get this year's MKAL sticker. Mine will live in my notebook. You get a fabric tag with MKAL 2022 on, so that you can stick it onto your shawl as an official Westnitz. And then you get a needle. I keep calling it a needle gauge, but I think it's a needle checker. So you slide your needle in and then where it stops, that's the needle size, if you're not sure what your needle tip is. So yeah, so you get one of those. So the yarn, and I've messed up, because I wound the yarn. I have all the labels, but I've messed up which colours are which. So I need to just quickly work out which one is, right, okay, got it. Okay, so my colour pop, let's do that one first. Oh, look, that amazing rusty brown. And it is kind of that bright and vibrant as it's showing up on the camera. So this is the rust colourway. So all of these are the same. They are from La Bien-Aimée. And this is the Merino Super Sock. It is 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon. So this is the colour rust. Then we have Driftwood Graffiti, which is going to be my second colour or contrast colour, or main colour 2. I think this is going to be my second colour. And I love this kind of lighter grey with all of these rusty orangey flexing. I think that's going to be gorgeous when it's knit up. Very variegated. And then the third one is Santoki. Here he comes. You can come in if you want. Are you coming in? Say good morning.
Morning.
And then this is Santoki. So this is like a dark grey, but with the browns. He's making more bread. Maybe there'll be an appearance in a bit. I keep telling him, I read every time there's a comment about his lovely sourdough in the last episode, I keep reading it out to him and he's like, oh, stop. He's getting all shy. So yeah, this is the Santoki colourway. So those three together, I think, oh, thumbnail, and there's no spoiler. So those three together are super, and I'm just, don't get me wrong, I still wish I was doing blues and greys. But someone, yeah.
All about the brown.
All about the brown this year, apparently. So someone has overruled me and we've gone for these together. So I'm really looking forward to getting started and seeing how these all play together. So I'm going to go and watch the video now, and then I will be back in a bit with some cast on news, with either a, yay, it looks fine, or a, oh God, this is going to be fun. I'm meeting my good friend Emily for a walk today. She is off on holiday. She's going to Canada for Canadian Thanksgiving. She went to university out there, so she's going back for the first time in many years. So I'm going to meet Emily for coffee this afternoon. And then at 6 o'clock UK time, we have the first Zoom cast on party. Although I have already said, disclaimer, I will have cast on before the cast on party. But you saw a bit of footage earlier on where Irina and I had a play. And we've been doing some polls and some ways to make it quite interactive. So, yeah, I'm excited about that. But I'm now going to make another cup of coffee and I'm going to go and watch the first bit of the clue. Good luck, everybody. We've got this.
That much darker than the other. This is going to be my accent color. So we're going to work with main color, contrast color this week. It doesn't matter, but the lightest one can be your contrast color. Okay, we're going to need needles, US 4, 3.5 millimeter recommended, or the size you need. Once you have 15 stitches picked up along the I-cord edge,
Live reaction, folks.
turn to work the wrong side.
This is a lot of I-cord.
We're going to cast on 12 stitches. 1.
Okay, I'll be back in a minute.
I'm reaching the end of row 1, right side. Cast on 12.
There are holes.
10 stitches.
Big holes.
Intentional holes.
Yeah, big intentional holes. Mark's here. We've decided this year, Mark is not going to see what the finish clue is. I think there were some years I showed him what each week was going to look like so he could see the shawl. But last year, he didn't have any idea what was happening. So I was watching the videos and he would only see what the shawl was looking like as I would knit it. So he's doing the same. So I'm now sitting here going, what? Oh, that's interesting. And he's like, what are you talking about? I don't know, because you can't know because it's going to be a surprise. Okay, we're back with live reaction cam. Not so, it's going to be fine. It's the I-cord cast on. I'm not a big fan. It takes forever. And I need instant gratification. 125 stitch cast on. Great. It'll be fine. I've been chatting to some people. Kitey, the yarn whisperer, has skipped to the end of the video, so knows what this week's clue is. Reese Glasgow Yarn is watching the video and knitting as he's going. So he's already started his cast on while he watches the rest. I'm just sitting here with a coffee. But no, it's okay. We're okay so far, and there's no brioche. Do we need to bring brioche watch back? We'll have the brioche alarm if there's any brioche. I don't think there's going to be brioche this week.
We're going to slip 2 stitches knit.
Right. Okay. Live reaction comes back. Firstly, I got this wrong because I thought the video was only 17 minutes. And I'm like, this is a long video. And I've just realised it's 53 minutes and I'm on the 27th minute. So I'm halfway. So I'm going to make another cup of coffee. But I'm just like, we always say in Stephen we trust. And I wish now I'd flicked to the end, but I'm too invested to see it develop. I'm like, what? What? I'm not really sure where this is going, because we're casting on and then casting off, and now we're casting back on again. Intriguing. He's an evil genius, basically. But yeah. But now I know that it's an hour, I might do what Reese did and go and get the yarn and at least start my I-cord, because otherwise I'm just sitting here for half an hour watching the video. I might do that. But first, more coffee. Right, I've started. I'm sorry for the backlighting. Right, I've started. I've done my I-cord. Oh, I've started my I-cord. I got a long way to go. I am on minute 43 of the video, which is 53 minutes. And we've just got our first twist. I was watching it and I was like, okay, this is interesting. I'm not sure how this qualifies as twist and turns. And now I'm like, it's a new technique that I've never seen in any knitting. It might have been used somewhere else. But I've never seen it used in knitting, and it's never been used in a West knit shawl. And I'm like, what? That's bonkers. I won't tell you what it is, because I know you're all here and you're all going to get spoilers. But I'm not going to tell you what it is now. We'll talk about it when it comes up in the pattern. And if you are knitting along with it, then you'll know what I'm now talking about. But I was just like, that is going to be fun.
So you want to see that? Followed by a color.
I just got to the next bit of the video. It's beautiful. This could be my new favourite shawl.
You see where it says,
I really want to call Mark. Mark, do you want to watch it?
that's the final repeat of rows 9.
What the end of this week is going to look like?
The wrong side is the only time.
No, I know, but now it's really pretty and I want you to watch it. But if you don't want to spoil it, I think actually it might make a nicer surprise when you see it.
Next row, wrong side.
Oh my God!
That's the row where you remove the stitch markers.
Oh, knitting makes me so happy.
It says until it looks like this. This is
Okay, I finished watching the video. I wasn't actually planning on doing that as a live reaction thing. It just spurred of the moment thing. And I just watched the footage back. And that's actually a hell of a journey. Going, what are these holes to? Oh my God, it's gorgeous. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that little bit of a ride then. My I-cord is growing, but I think it still needs to be like 3 times the length. So I'm just going to keep I-cording for a while, and then I will count when I think it's nearly long enough, but it's going to snake a long way yet. So I'm going to make Mark another cup of tea, because he's working and I'm not. I'm going to pop some washing on and do a few chores, and then I'm going to sit down and do some more knitting. And I think I'm going to do what I did last year, and I think I'm going to put Lord of the Rings on, because that's always a good 3 hours. Right, how much knitting will I get done by the end of Lord of the Rings? So I'm probably going to pop that on. And I think I did that last year, and I watched over the week. I watched Lord of the Rings while I was knitting on the MKAL. So might be time for an annual rewatch of that. So yeah, I'm going to go, and I'll be back at some point. I'll tell you, I'll do another quick update before I go for my walk with Emily, and I'll I will share my morning's progress, or show you my morning's progress. So right, I'm going to go, and I'll be back in a bit. And it's nearly time to go for a walk. It is 1:45. My friend is on her way over, and I have finished row 5. Slow going, folks. I'll get the tripod out later and show you, but we have the cast on edge, which was the I-cord, and then we've been casting off to create a little hole. Then we've cast back on to create some more fabric. And then we've cast off to create a little hole. And this pattern is going to continue. Casting off, casting on, casting off, casting on, which was why I was like, what? I'm confused by the holes, but all will be revealed later on. But I've made progress. I've established the pattern, which I'm now happy with. So we now have the pattern repeat set up. So I'm on row 5, and then I think 6, 7, and 8 are kind of like the final kind of setup rows. From row 9 onwards, I think it's then a 6-row repeat. I think it's a 6-row repeat. I've had a quick look ahead in the pattern. But basically, when I get to row 9, that's the start of the repeat. Then I just keep repeating the 6 rows until I get the right colour sequence. And then that's it. Pretty much for this week. So it's going to be a lot of knitting. We're up to about 180 stitches, I think, at the moment. Which isn't too bad. Like, Shawlography, no, Slipstravaganza, the final count was like 780 stitches, I think, something like that. So we've still got a long way to go. But yeah, so that's not a bad morning. So I'm not sure what else knitting wise you'll see today. I'm obviously going out now, and then we've got the Zoom later, so I'll try and film a bit of the Zoom, and I'll do a little check-in, but I'll probably record some more progress on that now tomorrow, Friday, and then show you how far I've got, and then that'll be the end of this video. So I'm off out for coffee now, so I will see you in a moment. You'll see what's coming next. It'll be a few hours for me. And I'm now filming you all for behind the scenes. There are some amazing, look at all that. That is amazing.
Thank you.
Judith Logan, that orange is gorgeous. Stuff that people want to see. Look at all these yarn. Awesome, folks.
Thank you. And cheers.
Cheers to the MKAL.
Joining us. Cheers. And I hope you enjoy it. And feel free to text Martin and I.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, everyone. It's been amazing. Good luck with your knitting.
Thank you so much for hosting that.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Speak to you soon. Good morning from bed. Slow start today. You've just seen the footage of the 2 Zooms. It was so much fun. We had 150 people join us across the 2 Zooms that we did, which was amazing. So thank you to everyone that joined us if you're watching this video. I've just finished watching the first Lord of the Rings film, and I've just done another pattern repeat. So I have got this far. So the pattern says I needed to do 11 more repeats. I've just done 1. So I have another 10 to go to make it grow. I think I'm going to get quicker. I'm hoping I'm going to get quicker. That repeat just now took me 90 minutes to do 6 rows. It's the cast on and cast off rows that slow you down. I think there are a couple of rows that are just predominantly knits and predominantly pearls. So they'll get quicker. And I think when I'm going, I think I'll be able to get the pattern a bit easier, because you're going to be increasing in the same sections, and then you're binding off in the same sections. And so I think the pattern will start to quickly establish, and I'll get a bit quicker. But at the moment, about 90 minutes to do a full repeat. So it's Friday. I'm not going to finish it today, obviously. That would be way too easy. I think I worked it out. It's about 18 hours of knitting left. So it's quite a lot. It's going to be upwards of, I don't know, I spent like 4 or 5 hours yesterday. Definitely over 20 hours. But I'm going to have another cup of coffee, and I'm going to watch the second Lord of the Rings. I've just popped it on. So I'm going to do a few more repeats. So I want this video to go up today, Friday. So I'll probably just check back in just after lunch and show you where I've got to. And then I'll just do I'll get the tripod out and I'll do a reveal. So I'll just show you what the pattern looks like in detail. 1 o'clock, I finished the second repeat. I'm just doing a very quick bit because Mark made bread in the last episode. And he got a lot of love. And he's just made another loaf. Look at the crumb structure. Are you pleased? So I'm just having a small brag and I'm showing off Mark's sourdough again. So we've just stopped. I'm going to have lunch and then I will show you. I'll finish the next repeat, then I'll show you. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so spoiler alert, if you're watching me and you don't want to see, because you're making it yourself and you want to see how it's going, spoiler alert, I'm going to show you my completed piece for where I've got to today. So you've had enough warning. But basically, this is how far I've got. So these were the setup rows, the fiddly rows down the bottom, where we started the I chord and then we were picking up into the I chord, but also then missing stitches to create this whole section. And then I've now done 3 full repeats. So the repeat starts with the contrast color. So effectively contrast and dark, that's 1 repeat, 2, 3. These lower sections here were effectively setup rows. So it's now a bit of a workhorse piece because I've established the pattern. I kind of know what I'm doing. I mentioned just now, some of the rows are a bit quicker because you're almost just knitting straight across a row, but you need to remember this slip stitch spine that's creating the chevron. Every now and then you've got to purl this stitch when you're on the wrong side, so you can't just knit, so it's not quite mindless. You've got to work out which row you're on and follow the pattern. But yeah, I'm really pleased with it. So this section now, you have to do 11 repeats and then you do half a repeat and then that's it, and then it's bound off and then we finished for the week. So I've done 3 of 11. It's 3:15. I'm hoping to get this video edited now and then up on the YouTube shortly. And then, hi, you don't have to hide. So then, yeah, that's it. I'm going to carry on. I've got to have a bit of a break. I've kind of knit most of the day, so I'm going to need to do some stretches. I can feel a bit of tension in my arm, which is ironic because I just hold it with my left hand. I'm a thrower. But I don't know, I've got a bit of soreness in my arm. So I'll have a bit of a break now. Are we wrestling now while I'm recording? All right. So yeah, there we go. I love the colours. I love how they're knitting up. It's really rusty looking with the speckles. Especially the contrast colours really showing up more with the speckles. So that's looking great. So there is something to do with these ladders. They're not decoration for you to put your hands through. Of course, if you're knitting along, you've probably skipped to the end of the pattern or the end of the video and you know what's coming. If you're not taking part and you're just following me through Vlogtober, I'm not going to tell you yet. You saw my reaction to what it looks like earlier in the video. This will be the next video. When hopefully I will have finished this section completely and then I will have done what I need to do with these holes. The first twist. So yeah, that's it for this video. Slightly longer than I was expecting. Probably because it's more the first one and I've just been at home. There's been a lot of knitting content to share. So coming up now, there'll be another video probably tomorrow or Sunday morning. So Saturday or Sunday morning. Saturday is, of course, my trip to Alexandra Palace, Ali Pali, to go and have a look around the knitting show, but predominantly to go and see the Toft exhibition. And I'm going to film some footage of that, hopefully. Mark's coming with me, but he's not coming to the show. He's going to London shopping. Then I'm going to meet him for dinner. So I'll do probably a single Saturday episode just to show off a bit of the Toft exhibit. So that'll definitely be a shorter episode. These Vlogtober episodes won't be this long because there won't be that much content, I don't think, to cover. So coming up, there'll be one episode now on the weekend and then probably an episode Tuesday or Wednesday, depending on when I finish this week's clue. So yeah, I hope that you've enjoyed this slightly longer edition. It's been fun to especially watch back the live reactions and to put in some footage of the Zooms, and yeah, it's been a fun old weekend to kickstart the MKAL. So I'm going to go and have a break and edit this footage, and then let me know what you think in the comments. If you're not taking part, what do you think of the clues so far? Any ideas where we're going next? If you are taking part, let me know if you're still on track, you're loving it. And if I can help, of course, let me know. Tag me and Irina on Instagram so that we can see your progress as you're going. And yeah, thank you all for being here and giving us all the love and support for our behind the scenes MKAL madness. It's been crazy, but super fun. So I'm going to leave this episode here. That's my wrap up done. So I hope that you are all well. I will be back probably tomorrow, probably Sunday morning by the time I get home. I'll edit the footage together Sunday morning. I'll pop a video up Sunday morning, probably. It'll be Saturday night or Sunday morning. It'll be coming. I'll be back soon anyway. So until we speak again, happy crafting.